Worth the headache? The WNBA just answered that question with Chennedy Carter. After years of suspensions, team drama, and that infamous flagrant on Caitlin Clark, Carter has been officially blacklisted from the league. And it's about time the league is sending a message to everyone that targeted Clark over the last 2 years. But wait until you hear what she just said about Caitlin in her latest interview. It's going to make your blood boil. Do you think Carter deserves it? Let me know down in the comments below.
We're going to talk about Chennedy Carter, but it looks like she's blacklisted. And she will be playing professional basketball during the season, but it won't be for the WNBA.
June 1st, 2024 started as just another WNBA game between the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever. The atmosphere at Gainbridge Fieldhouse was electric, with Fever fans eager to see then rookie Caitlin Clark continue her incredible debut season. Nobody expected what was about to unfold on that court. The game itself was competitive, with both teams trading baskets and playing hard-nosed basketball. Clark was doing what she does best, threading passes and hitting shots that left fans in awe. Then came the play that would define Carter's legacy for all the wrong reasons.
Carter and Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Chennedy Carter, I think that's going to be a flagrant one. And
after scoring a basket, Carter had the ball knocked away as she was getting back on defense. The play was over. The whistle had blown, but Carter wasn't done. As Clark moved to collect the loose ball, Carter deliberately stepped into her path and delivered a vicious hip check that sent the Fever star crashing to the floor. The contact was so sudden and unnecessary that Clark had no chance to brace herself.
Seriously, she needs to do whatever she can to get some help, get her anger under control, where she will not have another incident like the one where she slammed into Caitlin Clark, but she's out of the league.
The crowd's reaction told you everything about how dirty the play looked. What started as cheers and normal game noise turned to complete silence as thousands of fans watched Clark hit the ground hard. The officials initially called a common foul, but the replay showed the truth. Carter had targeted Clark away from the ball, using her body as a weapon in what should have been a routine transition moment. The force of the hit sent Clark sprawling, and you could see the pain and surprise on her face as she picked herself up.
Despite the solid fourth season from Carter, an incident with Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark stood out to many. The 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year came in the league, became arguably the most popular player. Became the most popular player. There, I cleaned it up for you, which may have rubbed some people the wrong way, including Carter.
Let's not forget Angel Reed being captured on camera, applauding what Carter had just done. The WNBA's officiating crew reviewed the footage after the game and upgraded the call to a flagrant 1 foul. They determined the contact was unnecessary and excessive, exactly what everyone who watched it already knew. The league's decision to upgrade the foul sent a clear message that this type of targeting wouldn't be tolerated. But the real damage to Carter's reputation happened after the final buzzer sounded. So
she was signed to the Chicago Sky with Teresa Weatherspoon, with Angel Reese, with Camila Cardoso, and, the rest of the folks. And then we get to the body check. This was originally ruled an away from the ball foul, but it was obviously a flagrant foul. It really upset a lot of people, which really escalated the issue. And it was really just poor sportsmanship on Kennedy's.
When reporters approached Carter in the post-game interview session, they naturally wanted to ask about the incident that had everyone talking. Her response became the moment that sealed her fate in the league. Instead of showing any accountability or professionalism, Carter shut down the questions with an attitude that shocked even veteran reporters. Her dismissive response showed a complete lack of respect for the game and her fellow players.
And then Chennedy just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that moment between you and Caitlin. What was that play, what was said, and kind of what led to.
Next question.
Yeah, I mean, play before Caitlin, it seemed like she turned to you a little bit.
Yeah.
After
I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough. We're good.
Clark's reaction to the same questions revealed everything about why she's become the face of women's basketball. While dealing with the aftermath of being deliberately targeted, Clark handled the situation with the kind of class and maturity that veteran players admire. She acknowledged that basketball is a physical sport and emotions can run high during competitive games. Her response showed the leadership qualities that make her special both on and off the
I wasn't expecting it, but I think it's just like, just respond, calm down, let your play do the talking. It is what it is. It's a physical game. Go make the free throw and then execute on offense. And I feel like that's kind of what we did, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. I don't know.
The contrast between these two players couldn't have been more obvious. On one side, you're a rookie who just got cheap-shotted, but still managed to take the high road and show respect for her opponent. On the other side, you had a veteran player who couldn't even acknowledge what she had done wrong. The basketball world saw this comparison and drew their conclusions about both players' character.
There's no doubt Chennedy Carter is extremely talented, but she's got to get her head screwed on straight.
This incident became the breaking point for league officials who had been watching Carter's behavior for years. The WNBA had been building its reputation as a professional league with world-class athletes, and Carter's actions threatened that image. The combination of the dirty play and her post-game attitude made it clear that she didn't understand the standard expected in the league. Teams began distancing themselves from her almost immediately.
It's one thing pushing Caitlin Clark, and it's another thing blindsiding her. Like, I don't think there's no justification for that. Like, to be honest, we can be honest here.
Carter's attack on Clark wasn't just about one bad decision during a heated game. It represented a pattern of behavior that had been building throughout her career. The hip check incident became the final straw that convinced team executives across the league that Carter wasn't worth the trouble she brought to locker rooms and team chemistry.
She knocked Caitlin Clark to the floor. We all saw it, a flagrant foul. And many people, including myself, thought it was borderline assault. It was awful.
Carter's basketball skills were never in question. She could score from anywhere on the court and averaged 17, 5 points per game for the Chicago Sky during her final season. Her quickness and scoring ability made her a legitimate offensive threat that coaches had a game plan around. But talent alone doesn't keep you employed in professional sports when your behavior becomes a constant problem for organizations. The first red flag came during Carter's time with the Atlanta Dream in 2021. The team decided they had seen enough of her conduct and suspended her for what they called conduct detrimental to the team. Team sources described locker room issues and conflicts with coaching staff that made her impossible to manage. The Dream tried to work with her initially, hoping to channel her competitive fire in a positive direction. Those efforts failed when Carter continued to create drama behind the scenes.
Atlanta Dream did suspend her in the middle of the sophomore season, basically saying she was a detriment to the team and the team culture. So then the Atlanta Dream decided to trade her to the Sparks, the Los Angeles.
After her Atlanta experience, Carter landed with the Los Angeles Sparks in 2023. The Sparks thought they could provide a fresh start and better environment for her to thrive. They were wrong. Carter's tenure in Los Angeles lasted just part of one season before the team had enough. The Sparks benched her for conduct issues, then ultimately decided to waive her rather than deal with ongoing problems. The pattern was becoming clear to everyone watching. Carter would join a team, show flashes of her scoring ability, then create enough drama to wear out her welcome. Her conflicts weren't limited to one coach or one system. Every organization that gave her a chance ended up regretting the decision when her attitude problems outweighed her production on the court. Chicago represented what should have been Carter's final opportunity to prove she could be a professional. The Sky needed scoring and were willing to take a chance on a player with obvious talent. Carter responded by leading the team in scoring and playing some of her best basketball. Her numbers looked impressive on paper, and casual fans might have thought she was turning her career around. Behind the scenes, the same old problems persisted. Carter's interactions with teammates and staff created tension that affected team chemistry. The Sky tolerated her behavior because of her production, but they were already planning their exit strategy. When her contract expired, Chicago made their feelings clear by refusing to offer her a qualifying contract.
During the 2024 WNBA season, guard Chennedy Carter emerged as a key player for the Chicago Sky, leading the team in scoring with 17.5 points per game, a career high. she would still be probably their best pure offensive weapon if she was still on that team. Now, there's a world where Camila Cardoso, and I've said this, will be their best player this year, provided they allow her to ball, or provided Angel Reese gets the hell out of the way, one of the two.
General managers around the league watched Carter's situation closely. They saw a talented scorer who couldn't stay employed because of character issues. Multiple league sources confirmed that team executives privately discussed Carter's reputation and decided unanimously that she wasn't worth the headache. Her talent level made her an attractive option on paper, but her track record scared away every potential suitor.
Fast forward to Friday, Carter, who saw her one-year deal with the Sky come to an end, has yet to sign with a WNBA team. With training camp right around the corner, Carter has elected to join a different league as she awaits another shot at the WNBA. Chennedy Carter has taken her talents to the Mexican, and I'm not even trying to pronounce that, the LMBPF. Long story short, it's in Mexico, and it looks like a women's Mexican basketball league, professional basketball league.
The WNBA was evolving into a more professional and marketable league. Team owners were investing more money into their franchises and expecting higher standards from their players. Carter's locker room issues represented the old way of doing business that the league was trying to leave behind. Her behavior problems became a luxury that no organization could afford. The league's decision to effectively ban Carter became official when she signed with a team in Mexico to play during the WNBA season. This move confirmed what everyone already knew. No WNBA franchise would touch her. Her plans to play in China during the WNBA offseason completed the picture of a player who had burned every bridge in American women's professional basketball.
She's joining a women's basketball league in Mexico. The WNBA thing looks like a wrap for her for now. And in case you're wondering, she averaged 17.5 points a game last year and literally shot 50% from the field for the Chicago Sky. And she's 26 years old. I get it. I mean, she's got to lay in the bed she made.
Carter's exile to international leagues proved that talent without character has limits in modern professional sports. 3 different WNBA teams gave her opportunities to succeed, and she failed to meet basic professional standards with all of them. Her scoring ability couldn't overcome the drama and dysfunction she brought to every organization. The message from the WNBA was clear. The league had outgrown players who put individual attitudes above team success. Carter's permanent departure opened roster spots for players who understood what professionalism meant. Her international career serves as a warning to other players about the consequences of burning bridges with teams and teammates.
Chennedy Carter, she got a new job. Adios, amigos.
Carter just sat down with Neon for an interview that had basketball fans scratching their heads in disbelief. Instead of owning up to her mistakes or showing any growth from her experiences, she decided to rewrite history and play the victim card. Her comments revealed exactly why no WNBA team wants anything to do with her anymore.
You break down that situation that happened.
Yeah. So, in basketball a little bit, there's things called talking, what you like to call smack or whatever everybody likes to call it.
Yeah.
Plays before things are said, that's a part of basketball.
She tried to frame the hip check incident as normal competitive basketball. Carter acted like every player delivers cheap shots to opponents during dead ball situations, and that her actions were somehow within the bounds of acceptable play. She conveniently forgot to mention that the officials upgraded her foul to a flagrant one after reviewing the footage. The league's decision-makers saw exactly what everyone else saw, a deliberate attempt to hurt another player.
Think a play before, maybe I was elbowed. Okay, that happens. Think the next play down, maybe something was said. And then maybe there was like a little clip of somebody like yelling in my face. And then we go down the court. Then I hit like a little bucket, you feel me? Come down, hit like a little nice little mid-range pull-up. And then I just just give her like a little like I'm here. Like, I don't think it was You know what's crazy? Me and my brother went back and watched, and we seen a lot of clips in the NBA of guys getting like pushing LeBron. Like I think it was Jeff Teague or somebody who like pushed LeBron out of bounds. Like said, "Man, I was mad because like we couldn't stop him."
Carter painted herself as just another trash talker who got unfairly singled out for doing what players do every night. She tried to normalize her behavior by claiming that smack talk and aggressive play are part of the game. Her argument fell apart when you remember her post-game behavior. Competitive players talk trash during the game, then show respect afterward. Professional athletes answer questions about their actions and take responsibility for crossing lines.
I'm just like, it's like one of those things, like it happens in basketball. I know people try to say, oh, it's not one of those things.
It's not a personal thing. It's a competitive thing.
It happens in basketball, and like it's just one of those things. But like, yeah, it's kind of what happened. Then it spiraled out of control.
And then the media takes whatever narrative they want to put out.
You watch every game, every single game, to see if you can find any deflects in my game, and like, it's really nothing that you probably could say too much about. So then you have trolls, and that's why I said they're gonna be around regardless. But yeah, it was just like a nice little like tap, like I'm here, not to like harm you or anything. You know, if you want to push somebody, you're gonna like full.
The most telling part of her revisionist history was how she completely ignored her post-game attitude. Carter acted like her refusal to even acknowledge Clark's name was no big deal. She skipped over the moment that showed her true character to millions of viewers. Professional athletes understand that media obligations come with the job, especially after controversial plays. Her dismissive attitude revealed someone who thought the rules didn't apply.
That happens, man. Like, it's one of those things. I'm a great player. She's a great player. It looks a certain way. Everybody's going to have their views on it. But my personal view is, I don't have anything against her. She's a great player, and so am I. And I've got buckets all that season. You know what I'm saying? So just one of those things that, I love it though. They think I hate it. I love it. I love when it gets riled up and juicy like that.
You feed off of like what people say and shit, and it makes you more motivated.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Oh yeah, I love to hate. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fans online wasted no time calling out Carter's attempt to spin the situation. The comment sections across social media platforms filled up with people pointing out the holes in her story. They reminded everyone about her track record of team drama and conflicts with coaching staffs. Her pattern of behavior across multiple organizations made it impossible to buy her victim narrative.
Something's got to wake her up, too. Something's got to wake her up and say, man, I could be in the WNBA right now, starting on a team, being their leading scorer. I've got to get my temper and my head under control. I got to figure it out somehow.
Clark supporters had a field day comparing how their star handled the situation versus Carter's approach. They highlighted Clark's professional response immediately after getting hip-checked and her mature attitude during post-game interviews. The contrast made Carter look even worse as fans shared side-by-side videos showing both players' reactions to the incident. Basketball fans started digging up Carter's history with other teams to show that the Clark incident was just the latest example of her problematic behavior. They posted about her suspension in Atlanta and her early exit from Los Angeles. The evidence painted a clear picture of someone who couldn't get along with teammates or coaches anywhere she played.
And there has not been a peep about anywhere that she could be landing in this free agency. So a lot of people, including myself, are wondering, is she worth the risk now?
Her attempt to justify her actions only made people more frustrated with her lack of accountability. Fans expected some growth or maturity after being essentially banned from the league. Instead, they got the same attitude that got her into trouble in the first place. Carter's interview proved that her exile wasn't just about one bad play. It was about a fundamental inability to accept responsibility.
She did. She stopped and went through. That is not... We watched the clip. I need to find the clip. There is no way that we're letting this happen. Saying that it was nothing. This is not just a tap.
Her comments showed exactly why general managers around the league made the right decision in avoiding her. Professional sports organizations need players who can handle adversity, accept coaching, and represent their teams properly. Carter's interview demonstrated that she still lacked these basic qualities that every professional athlete needs. The reaction to her neon appearance confirmed what league officials already knew. Carter's toxic attitude wasn't worth any amount of scoring ability she might provide. Her inability to show growth or accountability made it clear that her permanent departure from the WNBA was the right move for everyone involved. The league chose its direction, and that path leads away from players who create drama instead of championship cultures.
I mean, she can score. She can score with the lights out. I mean, she can. She's pure offense, a pure shooting guard, scoring guard, an instant offense. But if you're a team, do you really want her on the team? I would.
Carter's move to Mexico during WNBA season shows how far she's fallen from professional basketball's top level. The league made its choice between tolerating toxic behavior and building a sustainable future. They chose progress over drama. Clark and the Indiana Fever represent everything the WNBA wants to showcase. Their young core brings excitement, professionalism, and genuine team chemistry that attracts new fans. The Fever's approach to building culture stands in stark contrast to Carter's bridge-burning tactics across multiple organizations. The WNBA outgrew players who prioritize personal attitudes over team success. Carter's permanent exile sends a message about accountability and professionalism that resonates throughout the league. Do you think Carter deserves it? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next.